What is absolutely good, fellas? Welcome to the channel. If you like the content, subscribe to the channel. Man, oh man, did y'all see that game of Colorado last night? It looked iffy at moments, but hey, Sanders came through. You know, Travis Hunter, that man is a dog, man. Holy crap, that man got over 100 yards. The man was absolutely snagging, torching that cornerback all night long. But, you know, the thing is, I'm about to go into what do y'all think of Colorado's talent, as they do have undeniable talent on the field. You know, the defense and the offensive line, it is what it is, but on offense, they are loaded with talent. So, but, you know, they still have a ton to prove, in my personal opinion. You know, in Boulder, Colorado last night, man, you know, the slate of the game-winning Hail Mary pass left the Bison 4 yards short last night. Primetime upset. Colorado coach Deion Sanders strolled into the conference room. You know, he was more relieved than anything else. You ever felt like you won, but you didn't win? That's what Sanders said last night. So, hey, he was basically summing up his feelings in the moment, but he could have been speaking for all Buffalo fans who left not quite sold on having watched a version of their team that looked like the disappointing one from a year ago. So Colorado did a lot of good things in their 31-26 win, but you know, this wasn't the type of comprehensive performance, you know, against a lower division team, you know, that will inspire fresh optimism about a significant step forward to come this season, really. So, you know, basically, the quarterback shooter Sanders and two-way star Travis Hunter looked every bit like the potential top 5 NFL draft picks their coach expects them to be. You know, Sanders completed 26 of 34 passes for 445 yards, man. And 3 of his 4 touchdown passes were to Travis Hunter, who represent an unfair matchup to North Dakota State's cornerback, man. He finished with 7 catches with 132 yards. So, you know, I really, they had a ton of NFL scouts out there watching that game. You know, there was 31 exactly, you know. So, you know, if you're Colorado, you got to be happy with the win, you know. So, the more Sanders talked, the more positive he was about the team's performance. But it still stood in stark contrast to last year's season-opening win against TCU. TCU, after which Sanders famously proclaimed, "Do you believe now?" So the thing was, after watching that game, man, Sanders had people convinced the Buffaloes could compete for a conference title. You know, a year later, it seems foolish to use the first game of the season to provide a great sense of what's to come. So, you know, early last month, I'm not sure if it was last month, but in Las Vegas, Sanders was asked about his expectations for the season. It was standard, you know, off-season type of question to kick off an interview. And after a last place finish in the Pac-12 last season, you know, it would be reasonably for Sanders to be measured in his response to lean on any number of coaching standbys that just don't invite additional external scrutiny. So the thing is, instead of like Sanders, you know, dismiss the notion that was mentioned, but you know, he mentioned that I'd be an idiot to sit over here and not tell you we plan on winning. You know, I don't know who sits down and says they don't plan on winning. You got to be an idiot to say that, is what he said. So the thing is, Sanders has expectations for Colorado, but, winning a national title, winning the Big 12, winning more games than they lose, he stopped short of providing specific, but this was not a man who was open to the idea of the Buffalo's 4-8 finish from a year ago. So was grounded for the idea would be competitively irrelevant again in the 2024 campaign. So, hey, one of the main reasons, Buffalo succeeded was their offense, So the thing is, and they finished with mixed reviews, although Sanders was sacked only once, he was consistently put under pressure, and the line failed to open consistent lanes in the run game. So Colorado finished with 59 rushing yards on 23 carries. So that's only 2.6 per carry, which is not going to cut it if you're playing a really good team. So even though they have the offense, their running game was absolutely nowhere to seen. So the thing is, they would love to run the ball a little more, but man, when you have 504 yards of total offense, I'm pretty good with that. So he's going to sleep pretty good, but they need to have more balance on the offensive end. So the main concern that I have was the offensive line was a big thing. Sanders wasn't without his mistakes, namely when it came to game management. So North Dakota State is a decent team, but they're going to be facing much stiffer competition on the road to come. After North Dakota State made it 31-26, Colorado converted a first down at its 42-yard line, and that left 1 minute and 41 seconds on the clock. The Bison had a timeout left, which means if the Buffaloes ran 3 straight running plays, they could have had the clock down inside 10 seconds to go punting on 4th down, which made the game end that way. Instead, Sanders checked it in on a pass play on 1st down and took a deep shot that fell incomplete, functioning an extra timeout for North Dakota State. But hey, the Buffaloes got the dub somehow. They pulled it off. That offense looks electric. I am not going to lie with Sanders and Travis Hunter duo, but hey, they got the W. They just got to move on to next week. So hey, we'll just have to see in time what the future holds for this team. But they started hot last season, then they fumbled the bag. So we will just have to see how this team goes going forward, and they need to address the defensive issues there. The cornerbacks are getting torched, but offensive end is flawless right now. Travis Hunter doing his thing. Sanders doing his thing. They're looking like top 5 draft picks in my opinion. So we'll just have to see in time. And you guys, what do you think? How far will Colorado go till they get their first loss? Just let me know in the comments. I appreciate everyone that watches the video, man. It's been a pleasure, and we're going to keep growing, getting better each day. So, hey, this is going to be the end of this one, and I appreciate everyone that watches, and peace out, fellas. We are out, go. And college football starts, and the main games is Saturday. So, hey, let's go, man.